Before we start this video, I just want to say thank you for being here and watching our channel. I alluded to this in our Thanksgiving video, but I really appreciate each and every one of you being here watching. There's times I get tired of making videos. I'd like to just come home at night and sit down in the chair and watch TV. But when y'all leave positive comments and let me know that you appreciate what we do, it means a lot to me. And I'm thankful for you, the viewers that watch our channel. I hope that our videos are both informative and entertaining. Like I've said before, I just want to show what a true family farm is like, and that you don't have to be running millions of dollars of equipment to farm. And yes, it will be a struggle, but if you have the dream to farm, you can make it work if you're willing to work hard. Robert and I have come a long way since we've started. I wish we had started the channel when we started farming, just so y'all can see how far we have come. With all that being said, I do have one request from y'all. I don't normally ask for subscribers. We very rarely ask for subscribers, but I would like to have 6,000 subscribers before the end of the year. That's just a little goal I have. It helps to show YouTube that you like our channel and you like what we do, and it puts us out there for more people to see us. So I hardly ever do it, but I would like to ask y'all to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And thank you again for watching our videos. It means a lot, and I hope you enjoy the end of harvest 22. Let's start the video. We're over here in the field. Robert's up in the grain tank. We got a new clean grain auger for it. We wore the old one out. Just come, there you go. Look here and judge the thickness of the old auger. This one here, we put the poly wear shoes on. Ooh, she's sharp. You could shave with that right there, boy. You can see how much it's wore down. And you can see how right here, we didn't put the poly on these little inner flatings, but you can see how much right there that poly saves on them augers. See, it's even more a hole in the tubing there. That's about as bad as one as I've ever done. That extension don't help things up there, because with that extension on there, it's having to push all that grain up, and the top portion of that auger is having to run in grain longer than it would normally have. The original extensions on these combines only came up to, you see the little portion up there before it bows out. That's about how tall the old extensions was. This combine held what, 182 bushel? Yeah. And it holds 230 now. Well, it'll actually hold more than 230, but 230 is when the buzzer goes off. Do one of them Matt Griggs poses and look off into the. There you go. Do it again.
To the sunset.
Yeah, look.
Oh, he's got his arms crossed.
There you go. Yes. Let me see if I can get only the combine. That's gonna go. That's gonna be your shot, and that's gonna be your shot in the new opening when we make a new opening. No, say here, you gotta. I like the one where you get your hand on the rail better.
Like that.
Yeah. Alright, and there you go. Oh, that's the shot for the new opening. Robert said his truck is officially broke in now. But, you know, this red stuff just don't run right, so that green paint will help it out some. Robert said it may be red, but at least it's the right brand now. Robert said he was Robert used to be a die-hard Ram man until they done him wrong. That's the best thing that could ever happen to him, Ram canceling that truck.
Yeah, it is. Dylan converted me. Dylan should have never bought his white one.
I bought that white truck and he rode in and he's like, boy, that's nice.
They're real nice.
You gotta get you a bow tie.
I ain't missed the Dodge yet.
We really don't know if Ram canceled the truck or Taylor Automotive in Martin, Tennessee canceled the truck. Because it wasn't long. I'll let you tell the story.
I was going to say they said Ram canceled it. Well, my buddy, about 2 months after they said they canceled it, a truck identical to the one I ordered appeared on their lot. So, coincidence? I think not.
They didn't want to sell you that truck with that co-op discount. They wanted to take that truck and sell it for full retail.
That's
so
why I went to see Kermit Lofton at Lofton Chevrolet.
Neither one of us got much. Y'all know us, and we've hardly ever badmouthed anybody. But we ain't got no use for Taylor Automotive in Martin, Tennessee at all. They can kiss our... There you go.
Always feel like somebody's watching me.
Don't want to do like Kelly. Cut my fingers off. Them dang Griggs over there is injury prone. Jumping combines.
Cutting their fingers off.
Cutting their fingers off. Please tell me the bolt fits.
Yes.
Look at that. Boy, we will be able to move some grain now. Gotta have them fully functional augers to move this big bean crop we're cutting.
We'll be able to fill it at least above the...
Hey guys, you know what? That old auger's been wore out. You wanna know what I've been doing? When it gets up to about right here, I've been unloading the grain tank. So instead of about 230 bushels when I normally unload, it's been about 130 bushel. Well, we got a familiar face with us that y'all ain't seen in a while. His face is, if you're wondering why he has a tie-dye face, it was Spirit Day at school today. It started out red and blue and now it's kind of purple. How do you like school, corn dog?
A little bit, but no, I don't like it. Okay, well, then tell me a joke.
Getting to be close on seed. I don't know if we still got 2 bulk bags up there at co-op. They're not treated, but we really don't want to get into them unless we have to. So I'm going to call up there when I do run out, if I do run out, see if there's any weed in some 50-pound bags, and we'll just finish up with that. But yeah, I'll bring you back when something happens. We only have 6 passes to finish up, but we still like right at almost 4 acres. So that just tells you how long these rows are. I mean, the finish line is right there where the tip of my finger is, but these are just some really long rows. I mean, it's a 50-acre field, and when you pull into it with this 15-foot drill, you think you'll be here forever, but it actually works kind of fast just because they're just so long and straight. We've got a few point rows back there in that corner, because that fence row kind of comes in diagonal. But I mean, it's like 2 or 3 passes. But even with all these terraces and basins that we put in, it still works really, really fast. I mean, probably one of our easier working fields. This field right here has been in no-till for at least 5 to 6 years. I know in 2020, I think it was, 2020, we no-tilled the corn into it, and then we put that cover crop on it. I think it was Dylan made a video on it where we spread it with the buggy, and then we borrowed the neighbor's turbotil and worked it in, and then we no-tilled the corn into the cover crop. Then we no-tilled the wheat into the corn stalks. Then we no-tilled the soybeans into the wheat stubble, and now we're no-tilling wheat into it again. So several years of no-till, and that's helped quite a bit on this farm, especially with the ditches, just getting something growing in them ditches, and you know. But if we do tillage, it's running that stretcher do-all down there in the flat. That flat does stay does lay wet. And I mean, we still got ditches, but I mean, all you got to do is just slap down one here. See, we still got little ditches like that, but they're nothing like they used to be. We've done a lot of work. Me and Dylan was talking. I ain't no telling how many feet of pipe is on this farm. I know it's quite a bit of pipe that me and him put in, because it's piped all underground up there from that from the road down here to that basin right there, you know. And if you see any risers that are PVC pipe, them are terraces that my granddaddy put in. And I think there's 2 original still left on this farm. I think there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to 9 terraces on. I was wanting to put my farm in wheat, but I think I'm having some compaction problems, especially on that farm that I rent. So I was wanting to run the ripper on it before I drill the wheat, but I've had several people don't do that, and I wasn't going to plant it unless I could get it ripped. So I think I'm just going to let it sit. Hopefully we'll get a dry spell, you know, into November, December, something like that, where I can take the ripper out there and rip it, put early beans on it, and then cut the early beans and then put wheat on them. It's kind of like what we're doing here and what we did on another farm. We have wheat in behind beans. Well, I'm out there, but I think I can scoop a little bit. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to go to co-op and pick up a couple of bags, but I think I can scoop up enough to get me back to the gator up there to the other end. I ain't gonna have enough. Alright. Looks like I'm gonna have to deadhead. Well, good thing about it is I ain't gonna have enough to get back to the other end, but I can just hop on the road right here, gotta drive, turn right there, go to the shop, go to the truck. So that's a good thing about having a drive on both ends. Big Red getting a workout today. Got 10 bags here. That should get us filled up. So let's get to filling. I got a couple of flags rolling right there, and then one right there. Anything, I think it's 45 foot between them two flags. It's going to be the VNS wheat, which is the untreated wheat that we just put in. See if there's any emergence differences, and if there's any yield differences, and see if the treated versus non-treated be a good little test. So let's get it done. I was mistaken, it'd be 4 passes. So 60 foot here is gonna be our VNS wheat, untreated. I guess you could say check strip. See if the treatment works. We treated this with, I think, a fungicide and an insecticide. Warden's cereal, I think is what they treated it with. So that'd be interesting to see. See if we get our money back on the treatment. See if there's any yield difference. There it is. The last 15 foot we've been looking for. Right up there on the end. At 11:40 on November the 4th, I think. Yeah, November 4th. Yeah, November 4th. About 217 acres of wheat. I think it's the most we've ever had. About 117 too many. But I have a love-hate relationship with wheat. And bingo, wheat is done, and I hope we don't have to come back and replant any. But that is done. Now it's time to give him a call, Dylan, see if he wants me to pick him up anything for lunch. Head over there to the combine. So this has got 12%.
Stupid GoPros.
I had mine in my truck at lunch, so I meant to grab, but I forgot.
Well, anyways, we'll record till it don't record. We're here in the last field of 2020.
2022.
We are somewhere in the 2000s. We're somewhere in the second decade of the 2000 years. Trying to finish cutting up these beans. We're gonna finish it on a pretty decent note. Cutting on some about 40-45 bushel wheat beans. We cut one hill that was pretty sorry. It averaged 30, but it's because it got a 4 stand. The rest of the wheat beans been pretty good. Our double crop yields have actually been just about as good as our full season beans. Our yields did pick up on soybeans. We didn't set the world on fire. We just kind of had an average year on soybeans. But the yield did pick up, thank goodness. I think we're going to have a pretty decent year. We ain't going to set the world on fire, but I think we made some money and going to pay all our bills. And that's what you want on these old tough years. On these old tough years, if you can break even and pay yourself a living for the year and go another year, you done pretty good on these tough years. I hate to say I farmed all year for nothing. put in lots of time and effort, but I believe we're gonna make some money. So that's a good thing. I'm sure the tax man will tell me I made more than when you always do your taxes. It says you made this much right here, and I'm like, well, I'd like to know where the hell it all went, because it sure ain't in my pocket. Y'all heard me fussing about the enlist beans. I think we are going to plant them again next year. Like I said, the yields did come up. I think it's a learning curve. There are a couple of varieties I am going to definitely stay away from. There was a 4.7 maturity and a 4.9 maturity that definitely staying away from. To me, they did not have much seedling vigor at all. We planted this 4.6. This is the second year I've had it. I really like it as a double crop bean. It's done a good job for us as a double crop bean. And on the shore roads of 2022. I'm living in the past, if you can't tell by the equipment I run. If this was 1991, we'd be driving a brand new combine, a 4-year-old semi truck, and be cutting yields that people just never heard of before. We're only 31 years behind.
So what are your takeaways from 2022?
I'm glad it's over. My takeaways from 2022 is get another damn header that don't drag, that ain't a bulldozer. Go back to drilling our veins on 7.5s at 160,000. Run the planter. When I start planting corn, get the corn planter set and running, and then get the drill set and running. And we're gonna run that planter and the drill at the same time, plant corn and beans at the same time, like we done back in 2020, because that worked really well. Do not put, instead of spraying Enlist, spray Liberty. Spray a quarter, our herbicide program on the Enlist beans is going to be a quarter Liberty, 16 ounces of Enlist, and there was something else. 10 ounces of Section, which is Platinum, which is generic select. Oh, put a daggum Palisade on this freaking weight where that straw don't get so big and rank. Cause I'm tired. We had a poor stand and some wheat beans in some spots, and that dang straw was, especially right over across the creek. We cut good beans. If we'd had a full stand of beans, ain't no telling what them beans over on the bottom would make. And ain't no telling what they made on the hill.
40 bushel beans and 3 bales of wheat straw.
3 round bales of wheat straw is what you could have got off of it an acre probably. We got to get the track hole running, especially around this farm, which is a good farm. This is a really good farm. I got lucky when I run across it. Somebody put in a good word for me on there. I try to have a good reputation and do things right. that way. I will say this, I've never actively had to go out seeking ground. Everything I've worked, people have came to me and asked me to work it. And that's the way I want it to be. If somebody I want to have such a good reputation that people come to me and ask me to work their ground. That's the kind of farmer I want to be. I don't want to be one of these out here running everybody's land ran up. Look at them darn leaves blowing. I've been fighting this daggone straw all day. We're supposed to be under a wind advisory, and wind ain't blowing worth a poot all day. It's those straws being tough, and here we are. I bet you we don't even like an acre and the wind's gonna finally start blowing. It's supposed to blow in the rain. I bet these beans cut good about, they probably cut good about 10 o'clock tonight when they get all that wind blowing ahead of that rain coming in. I'm cutting with the tires here. There's a little tires in this field. I'm probably just gonna let Robert keep running the camera because we're coming in on the short roads of 2022. We like that little triangle right there. I need to find my phone where I can do my official It's Over Snapchat.
Using the phone to video.
Oh, I forgot about that. I don't guess we're going to Snapchat. Normally it's always kind of bittersweet when you finish combining beans, but not this year. I'm glad this one's over. Turn around, I'm gonna let Robert stop videoing. We're gonna get her official It's Done picture and Snapchat, and then we'll bring y'all back. Sticking out the whole auger again for the last time, 2022, hopefully. The last load of, well actually it's not the last load of beans. We got 2 loads of beans in the bin we gotta get out. But this is the last load of beans to come out of the field.
The fancy truck's been having to work today.
I know, what's up with that? Truck probably thinking, holy hell, why am I in the field?
Got the LTZ.
We look like them big time operators. Look at that, right in the middle. Y'all thought I run past it on accident, didn't you? Still any in there?
Yeah, there's a few. Yeah, you can see them back there. I'm thinking them are some of the big, oh, them are acorns.
Are they really acorns?
Some of them are, ain't they?
Yeah, looks like it.
I was thinking them are some of the biggest beans I've ever seen.
They'll reject them for contaminated crop. These bears got acorns in them.
Them chickens and pigs love nuts.
some peanut flavored chicken. They can put flavored with real acorns.
All natural.
All natural. GMO free.
Yeah, man.
That's right up our alley. Use all the buzzwords. Let's see how many buzzwords we can use in one sentence. We sustainably grow those soybeans by using a cover crop and no-till practices with reduced nitrogen and
Regenerative.
regenerative practices with efficiently used nitrogen, and insert some other buzzwords that everybody wants us to use.